sky, eh? Okay, doodles. Yep. I tell you, ARK is a beautiful thing. So, welcome back to ARK PS5 run through. We are going to do some more building today. We are episode 14 now. So, cool beans on that. Coming along, coming along. And yeah, I just want to go over quick like this morning and finish off the flooring over there in the tower. Get that kind of tucked away and tied up nicely in a bow and all that good kind of stuff. Yeah, that sunrise, man, that is something. Gosh, they definitely got that right, man. You know, there's some hinky things here and there and whatnot, but boy, when they get stuff right, they get it really right. I just love this flipping game. Okay, so enough John. Let's get on to this, shall we? Oh, got a figure eight here. Coming in for a 3-point touchdown. Kabing. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna see. See, this is the thing with the spiral staircase. Like, yes, I wanted one, and oh, the vanity of it all, and like that. But then you gotta try and fill in the flooring around it with, without it looking too hinky. I don't know. We'll see anyway. So bear with me here. Okay, just checking out what this is. I have not seen that skin before. That's new to me. In order to learn the ocean platform, you have to, you got to do that in Genesis, and that's the one DLC that I never got from ARK was the Genesis. So I see they had it on for $30. So yesterday I went and got it and whatnot. So now we should be able to do the ocean platform. But when I loaded it up, of course, I got that little heart thing and that little, whatever the heck that cute little skin is down the second to last on the bottom there. I'm not sure what it is. Never having played Genesis, I'm sure it's got something to do with a character in there. And like that and like that. But yeah, so we'll just get in here, have a little look-see at our odds and sods. Man, that's starting to pile up, eh? It's funny, because you'll get a bunch of stuff together for a build, and then you put the leftovers in a box, and then you get a bunch of stuff for the build, and you put the leftovers in the box, and then you get a bunch of stuff for the build, and then you put the leftovers in a box. Next thing you know, you get this locker just jam-packed full of, like, how the heck, right? But there you go. It is what it is. So yeah, still planning out the inner bailey and whatnot. I'm starting to envision in my head the build for the like for the marine and whatnot, and like the castle proper. I think I'm kind of toying with the idea of trying to do it in behind the behemoth doors. So, clearly it's going to be a lot of pillars and, that kind of thing to bridge the gap and whatnot. I'm not sure. I can't get through here. Bummer. Okay, where's me Argy? Come on, Anger. I think we'll have to change your name from Anger to some Latin form of or whatever. We'll keep the Anger. That's fine. I just got to figure out another word for saying anger in a different language, like I say, and just because, for the cool effect, right? Because, it ain't cool if your chrome don't shine, right? I know, it's at Ira, I think. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or whatnot. I'm pretty sure Latin anger, I think it's I-R-A. I am not 100% sure on that, not being a linguist. That's something that always has fascinated me, those languages and whatnot. I think that started, I watched this growing up as a kid, we did the National Geographic on Sunday, right? The Walt Disney and the National Geographics, it was always the household ritual. But in there, It was the first time I'd heard um, African tribesmen speaking. And in this particular one that struck my interest, there was a lot of clicks and pops and whatnots within the talking. And that fascinated me that they could talk like that and that the actual like, stuff that was thrown in there had meaning, you know. And that I think is what kicked off my interest in linguistics. Um, as I say, I've never mastered any. You know how it goes, right? Jack of all trades, master of none, right? So I know just enough to get myself in trouble in about 12 different languages. Usually, you know, as a youngster, you learn different languages and you learn just enough to get your face slapped by a woman, and that's about as far as it ever goes. That and the odd profanity, right? You know. So yeah, so much for me being a cunning linguist, as it were. Okay, so anyway, back to the build here. Nice landing. Nailed it. 9 out of 10. Wowzers. Just look at it. I should just transfer this stuff all over to the other tower instead of saving having to come back and forth like I do. But then I've never been accused of being the sharpest tool in the shed, so there you go, right? Bear with me, I'm just rattling around in this empty head of mine. I'm just playing with ideas. Very, very professional, you can tell. I've got this all edited down so that you guys don't see any of the behind the scenes stuff, you know. Okay, so we need some stone. And probably going to need some fiber too, or thatch rather, not fiber. Only got a little bit in there. Okay, ooh, I only got a little bit in there too. Okay, we got some wood. And, yeah. Grab a bit of stone. There we go. Okay, now, get back down here. One. Seriously, one? Okay, apparently we need more thatch, so which means we've got to put something back because I am too fat to fly, like the man said. Okay, so you go home, you go home, you go home, you go home. There we go. See, this is all the stuff that usually gets edited out, all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and it always like, oh, look at my fantastic build. Oh, look at this one. We didn't have any problems building this. It went just so smoothly. Yeah, right. There ain't a content creator out there that doesn't go through this. Speaking of content creators, I've been watching this guy for, a couple of years now and whatnot. He's from the UK. He's actually Geordie, up in the northwest there. Really strong accent. Easily confused with being Scottish, but don't tell him that or he'll shoot you. But, what's his name now? Aaron, I think it's Longstaff, if I'm not mistaken. But he does a whack of, hey, let's build a rustic cabin here on this spot, or let's build this do over there, or how to build a starter home with dino pan, all those kind of things, right? So he goes in and his format, of course, is he will start it off with this is what we're going to do, and then he gives you an itemized list of every single piece of resource that you're going to need to do the build. And then as he's going through the build, he will say, in text form, of course, you do this first, do that now, take away that, put these down, but only use thatch because we're going to take these away after we're done to do. And I just love the guy's rhythm. I just love the way that it unfolds. And he's got some really, really nice ideas for builds and stuff, But I'm nattering here, like I say, just, pardon me. That skin's got my attention. I have no idea what it's about. Yeah, he does just these fantastic builds. So you get a chance if you're into that kind of thing and just watching some guy create stuff that's just phenomenal, then by all means you should check him out. I believe it's Aaron Longstaff, I think. Um, I'm probably butchering it. I'm probably getting it wrong. But yeah, like I say, if you're sitting around and you want to watch some guy do some really nice builds, then by all means take 5 minutes and go check him out. I think you won't be disappointed. That's for darn sure. Oh, that little wall there, that's fugly. I got to do something with that. The tower joins onto the wall, and I ain't got it quite right. But that's okay. That's nothing that a quick wall section in there will... Oh, we're going to have one of these, aren't we? I can tell you right now, this is not going to... Oh, man. Lord love it, Doc. Here we go. Nigel, you and your silly ideas. Yeah, gotta have a spiral staircase. I have to. Hey. Okay, let's see what we can kind of come up with here. Oh, yeah, you see, that's not lining up right at all. Now, I could continue that over. Arg. 1, 2, 3, some more, some more, 10. Yeah, not working. Okay. Now we're going to end up with this hodgepodge thing again. Dagnabbit. Oh my gosh. Well, nothing that can't be worked out, I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, all we got to do is throw enough plates at it that everything's covered. But I don't know. You look to see it should be a triangle, 2 square, a triangle, 2 square, a triangle, 2 square around the outside. And then I should be able to come into the center from that. And of course, it is not gonna freaking line up. Okay, well, let's see if I go across like so. Man. If I only had an elongated triangular piece that would just fit right into that little niche. Or not. Okay, then you fill it in with these. So there we go with the whole hodgepodge lodge thing again. Excuse me just for a second, guys. I feel a coughing jag coming on. Okay, and we're back. Fun. Wow. Alrighty. Well, dagnabbit, eh? Wait, what if... frickin' dirty word. Like that and like that. Me and my damn spiral staircase. Ain't vanity a wonderful thing, eh? Well, we'll keep at it here, just, you know. I'm tenacious, if nothing else, man. I get an idea in my head, and I am like a pit bull on a tire. No insult meant to any pit bulls out there. That's something, too, you know. You see, it's like old pit bulls, this, old vicious animals. I remember... And it's the flavor of the month, and it's always been that way. I mean, I'm 67 years old, so I've been around a couple of days. I've seen a couple of things. Now, when I was a kid, the vicious dog that you should never have, oh my God, they're dangerous, was a freaking German Shepherd, you know? The Alsatians, anything along that breed, you know. Oh, it's too wolf-like. Oh, it's too close to the wild. You can't trust them. Dabba, 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 dabba. And then... You know, time goes by and, pardon me, you know, a decade later, and now it's switched from the German Shepherd to the Doberman pincer, right? And oh, vicious, look at those ears. Oh yeah, no, devil dog, blah 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 blah. And then it changed from the Doberman pincher, and the flavor of the month became the Rottweiler, and how Rottweilers were vicious and you know too close to the war dogs of old, and it's it's in their blood, and oh, they're gonna do, and time goes by and it's this, and time goes by and it's that, and they blame the dog and they blame the breed and they blame this, and then it's the pit bulls, and oh, they're vicious, and you know I don't care who you are, you can make a Chihuahua a vicious dog. A dog's behavior is an extension of the owner. Okay, now if you raise that dog to be loving and caring, family orientated, it will be. If you raise that dog to hate chickens, it'll hate chickens. If you raise that dog to trigger on various ethnic groups, if you will become that. Okay, so stop blaming the freaking dogs and maybe start blaming the people for a change. Let's get down to the root cause here, because it ain't the dog. You know, dogs aren't born with a hate on for any given thing or whatnot. It's a learned process, and it just irks me so bad. And every few years it's the same thing. Like I say, right now, it's the pit bulls, blah blah blah. Are there vicious attacks by dogs? Absolutely. But it's not any one given thing. Labs will, while, say, protecting a family member or whatnot, be vicious towards an attacker or what have you. The mailman thing, it's a trigger thing. They get used to that, right? This guy is not of our family, yet he comes in our yard, every day, and like that and like that. Who is he? What's he doing here? Well, the dog, in his mind, his job is, protect the pack, protect the family. Who's this stranger? So, bark, 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 bark. And if, pardon me, and if opportunity arises, well, then, take care of the threat, right? Well, like I said, man, you could train a poodle to be an attack dog. It doesn't matter. It's an extension of the owner. Anyway, that's my rant for this Saturday morning. It is Saturday here, by the way, July the 1st. So for those who celebrate, happy Canada Day and all that happy stuff. Also happens to be my oldest daughter's birthday today. So with her, it was it was fun growing up, because when she was very little, 3, 4, 5, all in around there, we'd take her out for the Canada Day celebrations, and of course at dusk, there's fireworks all across the country, and it's on the news and everything else, but we would take her out to see the fireworks, and for years, of course, and we never thought about this, but she thought that this was all in aid of her. This was her birthday, and they had fireworks for her, and what a special day it was. And I remember the first time she realized that it wasn't for her birthday. I think she was 7, maybe 6, and she bumped hip to the fact that fireworks weren't about her. They were about, Canada Day and whatnot. And the poor kid, she got so upset, and she cried, and she went to her room, and it really tore her up, and I felt so bad. But I mean, what are you going to do, lie to the kid, No, I mean, okay, it's like my English professor used to say. He says, there's truth and there's necessary truth, okay? So on the question of honesty and how honest should one be, this was one of the discussions we were having, as we did. And he was saying, like, there's truth and there's necessary truth. Now, the truth is, okay, all you youngsters, close your ears now. The truth is, there ain't no Easter Bunny, okay? There's no Santa Claus. It's not magic, okay? It's your parents. Now, that's the truth. But you don't necessarily have to tell your 4-year-old that that's the truth. So therein lies the dichotomy, if you will, as how truthful should we be. So it boils down to truth and necessary truth, I guess. So I felt so bad because wasn't going to lie to my daughter and go, well, no, no, it's all about, and like that. It's like, no, it's always been that. We took you out to see the fireworks because they're fireworks and they're fantastic. And yes, it happened to be on your birthday, but, it's not like we planned that type of thing, right? But yeah, my poor girl, she was so upset for such a long time. But there you go. Such is life. Hey, such is life and the lessons within. Okay, this is just fugly, man. I don't know about this at all. Ay vey. Heck, nope, can't do that. Dag nabbit, Nigel. Grr, arg. Dirty word, dirty word. Is there some... Oh, maybe that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright, that can go. Spiral staircase. Babble, babble, razzle. Oh, look at this, man. Okay, flippin' doodles. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully I can maybe tidy it up with some railings. Something like that. I may have to come back to this at a later date and kind of revamp it and rethink it. Hell, I might even admit defeat and take out the spiral staircase. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Pardon me. Oh boy. Damn lungs, eh? Okay, what to do here? This is just... grr. I could do that, but then it cuts off the stairs. And it's like... Yeah. The more I try to use spiral staircases, the more I realize that, vanity is not all that important. But as long as I can get up them and down them, like I say, maybe I can throw some railings around and dress it up that way. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Coughing tick. Okay. Man, oh man. Gosh darn heck. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Oh, there's my phone going off. Excuse me. Oh! Speaking of my daughter, here we go. She's just sent me a voice message. I'll have to check that out. I had sent her birthday wishes this morning. Sent her a little happy birthday video and whatnot when I first got up at about 4:45 there, what have you. So I'm guessing that's in reply to that, I should think. Okay, now let's boot over the other side yet again. Oh yeah, I built a raft. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got one. Okay, let's have a little peek-see here. Yeah, grab a couple of you. There we go. Anything else in here? Yeah, we'll just take what we need. Off into the sunrise we go. Yeah, will this help? He says, knowingly. Okay, come here, you. Yeah, let's throw one there. Oh, yeah, you see, just arg. Yeah, we're literally trying to make the old silk purse out of a sow's ear. And better rethink this here. I may have to live with it, man. I may have to. I'll just throw in the railings and do the crossovers. Yeah, bugger it, eh? The only other thing I could think of, maybe, is if we were to take out a couple of seats. Yeah, no, it's just going to create more problems. Oh, gosh darn heck, gee whiz. And like that. Okay, now we put you there, put one here. Yeah, one in there, one in here. And like that. Okay, now does that kind of dress it up a little more? Yeah, grr. Now, if I just had a stone saw, cut those end pieces off. Okay, now this one on the other hand. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, and that cuts off my stairwell. Frickin' frackin'. Me and my stupid spiral frickin' staircases. So now if I tuck one in here, nope, that's not gonna work. Oh no. Okay. Oh, flippin' hell. That's gotta come all the way out to there. Okay, you go there, and you go there. And now what about this? No, damn it, that grr, arg. There. Yeah, that's not gonna snap there for me, not at all. Oh well, best laid plans of, eh? My gosh. Okay. We may have to leave well enough alone here, I'm thinking. Pardon me. Yeah. I gotta get this closed in here too. Do something with this. Just throw a couple of railings there. One there. One there. And as Bob would say, you can put as many happy little railings in as you like. I'm just going to place one over here. But you do you. Whatever you want. You can put anything you want anywhere. I used to love watching him bait, man. He was great. I think if he was any more calmer, I think rigor mortis might have set in. He was very, very calming, I gotta say. I'm trying to think of his last name. Was Bob? Oh, no, isn't that horrible? I can't remember. Because I watched him for so many years, you know, his painting show and whatnot. And he used to do the landscapes all the time, you know, and his happy little trees and his little waterfall. You can place your rocks over here. Yeah, the wiles of a misspent youth with the electronic babysitter, big old black and white. I remember when we got our first color TV, and it was just such an amazing. Mom had, there was a thing back in the day called the Irish sweepstakes. I don't know if it's still around now or not, but back in the 60s, it was the Irish sweepstakes. And didn't Ma win once? I mean, not a lot, not a great deal by any means. You know, it was, you know, pocket change as far as winning a lottery goes, but it was enough that she bought an old RCA cabinet model TV. So on the left side you lifted a lid and there was your record player in there, and it did 33s, pardon me, 78s and you know, 45s type of thing, right? You know, this is various sizes of vinyls back in the day. So that was on your left side, and that was stereo, and it had, you know, big, huge bass speakers and mid-range and these tiny little twitters for, you know, your high end and what have you. And in the center, of course, was your TV screen. And then on the right-hand side was, you lifted up the top and the front folded down, and it was all mirrored and whatnot, and there was a bar, a literal bar in there, you know, and it had all the little tools that go along with, you know, mixology, you know, at the time and whatnot. Oh yeah, it was quite the thing, man. And I mean, it was huge. It was a massive piece of furniture, you know. But yeah, the first time we had seen, I think it was, what the heck was it? It was Wild World of Sports. That was it. That was my first memory of a colored program. Was Wild World of Sports, and it was a Formula One race. And yeah, it was just like the most amazing thing. And my family was like, ooh, and whatnot. And just about that time, we realized that there's something wrong with that kid, because I wasn't seeing what they were seeing, right? I mean, there was a difference, and I could get, you know, I'd see certain colors and stuff like that. But what we didn't realize back then is that I'm colorblind. Now, we didn't know that, you know. We didn't say it was color vision 2 and you only get the high end of the spectrum. I see the yellows and the blues. I don't see any of the lower end, you know, the reds, the greens, you know, that kind of thing. Right? Fairly common in males. But we didn't know that back then. We just called it, there's something wrong with that kid. You know? But I always felt so disappointed because they're always going on like that and like that. And I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That ain't what I see. You know. But anyway, enough rambling. So guys, I think I'm going to call this a failure. I don't know what I'm going to do about that soon. We're going to have another look at it. But in the meantime, and in between time, brightest blessings, my friends. Love and light. Now go tell somebody you love them, eh? Make their day better.